The Springville Rodeo. If you've never been to a rodeo and you want to see one for the first time, I think Springville Rodeo would be the place to go. It's quaint, it has that old-fashioned feeling of what rodeos used to be, and it's a family tradition. There are laughter, music everywhere, and probably the most exciting thing is when you look at that arena, you can see the horses and you can see the whole area behind full of stock trailers from all of our cowboys that come from all over the United States.
My favorite part of going to the Springville Rodeo is watching the bulls.
Springville Sierra Rodeo is held the last full weekend in April each year. We try to make it a family deal, but it's rodeo to the core, and rodeos still is stemmed way back from the cowboys, from the ranching country way of life of making your living on livestock. I think I'll quote Monty Montana. He said it's the most fun you can have with a pair of boots and a hat on.
Well, I've got to tell you, the Springville Rodeo is probably one of the nicest events that we have in Tulare County. It's a family-oriented and always has been that. You can be out here at 10 and 11 o'clock at night on the dance floor out here, and you'll see fathers and daughters dancing.
This place is just so unique. It's hard to put into words. When you come to Springville Rodeo, it's like a giant family gathering. You see all your friends, you see people you haven't seen in years, and you get to watch all the kids be kids.
It's something we're very proud to do, and we hope to be able to keep on having this tradition going for many years.
Springville Rodeo is huge to this community. It's a small community and we care about each other. So we're technically owned by the clubs in the community. Springville Women's Club, the Lions Club, VFW, Backcountry Horsemen, and they do food booths here. You get home-cooked, special food here, and all the money that you give to those places, we put it back into the community.
So the money literally comes in to our local groups and stays locally.
It's not just an event that happens to the town, it's an event that happens with the town.
I believe the Springville Rodeo probably started off with just the local ranchers and cowboys got together and performing against each other, ranch to ranch and cowboy to cowboy.
The Springville Rodeo apparently originally started up on Balch Park Road up on one of the Gill ranches for years, and their arena was a bunch of Model A and Model T cars that lined the arena and made actually the rodeo grounds.
It was there until it moved here in the 1960 or 61. Cotton Rosser, my uncle Darwin Griswold, picked this site. Started out as a box plant in the early 1900s. And then it was a mill owned by the Rao family.
The actual arena was the log deck where they floated the logs in the pond before they went through the mill. And still today when we do our maintenance here, a lot of times we'll dig up petrified logs that are deep down underneath the arena.
It was sitting here vacant and the community went together and bought it. I remember working down here throwing rocks out of the arena and they were still welded the night before the first performance.
The Springville Rodeo grounds has changed a lot over the years. Things have been added. We've got the shade cover over 2/3 of the bleachers now. We've done the new announcer stand, the VIP setting, new stock pens and facilities to house the livestock.
If you'd have told me 30 years ago what it would look like today, I'd have never believed you, but pretty gratifying to see where we've come from.
I think those improvements are going to continue. Anything that we can do that will increase viewership or attendance is what we're after.
A lot of maintenance goes on here. I can't say enough for the volunteers and some of the board members that have given so much of their time and money to make this facility work and to be as prestigious as it is today.
Our volunteers are everything. It's an all-volunteer effort. Nobody gets paid a penny to do this rodeo. It's a labor of love.
All the food booths, the ticket people, the gate people, the people working in the arena, everybody is volunteers, and that's what brings the whole community together.
This is a specialized group of people, and their dedication goes leaps and bounds more than people realize. The Springville Rodeo has been a family. I don't know what I would do or where I would be if I hadn't made the friendships with the people that I have associated with during my 25 years on the rodeo board.
We're fortunate to live in an area that we are and have that many people willing to give up their time and their finances and actually not go to work and come help us, but it happens all the time.
I want my son to see that it's good to volunteer, that you don't have to have always something in it for yourself. It'll help shape him to be a well-rounded individual where he's going to know how hard work feels and he's going to appreciate that.
It does my heart good to watch a generation just enjoy themselves without the constant electronic influence.
Try to keep the Western way of the world by keeping the young ones involved.
And you see it in these kids' eyes when you see them lined up against the fence and they're having a good time watching a rodeo. I know how that stuck with me through the years, and I would just hope that that thrill sticks with people, and I know it will.
When you look to the future of the Springville Rodeo, I hope to see it not evolve into something a whole lot different. I'd like you to come and see history, not future.
Well, this is our 75th year for the Springville Rodeo.
So we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna have good entertainment. We're gonna have some surprises. We got some new things we've done, and we're gonna go all out, kind of pulling the stops out and trying to make our 75th a great one.
You will enjoy just sitting back and watching sights and sounds and part of the Old West history.